Hey guys, welcome back to my next vlog. Today I'm going to be showing you Singapore Pavilion, which by the designing you can understand we are still in the sustainability district of the Expo. Let's see and discover more about Singapore Pavilion. The pavilion is designed by WOHA as a prototype that demonstrates how the built environment can coexist with nature. It mirrors Singapore as a city in many ways. The site, spanning 1,550 square meters, is located on one of the smallest plots in the Expo, and space is maximized and multiplied through stacked levels and layers, just like in land-scarce Singapore. Despite its location in the Arabian desert, the pavilion is a lush oasis. The entire pavilion is flourishing with over 170 varieties of plants in the form of tropical greenery, verdant shrubs, and bright orchids. The beautiful biophilic experience is further elevated with a hanging garden as well as three thematic zones entitled Rainforest, City and Flower. Draped in vertical greenery, each cone house exhibits displaying Singapore's urban environment and current efforts to create a sustainable future. The theme of Singapore Pavilion is Nature, Nurture and Future. Displaying Singapore's urban creations, the Net Zero Energy Pavilion, architected by WOHA, explores our journey as regards to enjoyable and flexibility. Visitors can amble across a hilly landscape and 9-meter tall garden cones to witness Singapore's good name and reputation as a city in a garden. Visitors will be entertained by the beautiful sights, mesmerizing scenes and sounds of nature at the Garden Galleria, garden cones and hanging garden in Singapore Pavilion. Architect designed pavilion in a spectacular way that it showcases Singapore's culture, natural beauty, heritage, multitude of orchids and innovative urban designs. Visitors can explore more about Singapore through programs and displays while enjoying a presentable showcase of Singapore's divergent flavors. The Czech Republic Pavilion at Expo 2020 will traverse the theme Czech Spring, which will view new technology that assures to convert a desert into an oasis. It uses only solar energy and local innovations from Czech. One of the best sustainable creations, the Czech Pavilion will discover how to transform a desert into a beautiful green oasis. The expert committee, made by famous architects and members of the business corporations as well as members of academia, expressed that this pavilion is particular and original enough. The Czech Pavilion is designed by architecture house Formosa AA. The pavilion design ventures to the soil system that produces water out from the air using solar power and fertilize the desert using underground cultures. Now we can see the largest mild coin ever created, weighs 130 kilograms of pure gold and worth 10 million US dollars. And this is the 100th anniversary of Czech currency. And guys, please mind, this item is not for sale. The crystal which you see here is the largest polished Bohemian crystal sculpture. It is an aquamarine color and sparkly. I was so attracted by it, and it looks as if the water had stopped in a particular position. You will only get that magical feeling when you visit the Czech Republic Pavilion in Expo. I saw this virtual reality simulator and wanted to try it. I stood there watching in the TV what they were showing in it, like physical therapy sessions and more. So this is the scene where I actually try it. So I could choose between two options, whether to draw in space or to have physical therapy sessions. So I told the lady I wanted to do the drawing in space one. She was instructing me on how to put the thing so that I know how to control the stick and how to put it on. Now I'm going to try it out. After you put the headset on, everything around you seems like it's space, and I'm drawing in it. I was drawing in it like hearts and then randomly scribbling around. Then I know it looks like weird on the outside, but after you wear the headset, you seem like in a different world.
Austria, yes. Then we have Budapest, this capital of a country starting with an H.
Hungary.
Yes. And the last one, Zagreb, this capital of a country starting with a C, and it's not Czech Republic, but Croatia. Yes. So we have Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Croatia. Those are four bordering countries to Slovenia. And if I show you this flag, what do you see in our name? Which word do you see? Love, yes. As a fun fact, we're the only country in the world.
Slovenia has become known as the green heart of Europe for its lush forest and picturesque lakes, as the nation is sharing this at Expo 2020. With its huge plant-covered facade and stylish floating forest field, the Slovenia Pavilion is a soothing green oasis where you can explore the country's natural treasures and sustainable solutions. The pavilion boasts exhibits such as multi-sensory 360-degree projected movies and a virtual heartbeat composed of visitors' unique biosignatures. It also focuses on the cherished Slovenian tradition of beekeeping, with features about honey spas and Slovenia's other bee-themed tourism attractions.
Swimming in May? Yes, in May. Swimming and skiing in June?
architectural team behind the Slovenia Pavilion used the simple words water, greenery, wood as a jumping off point to build a dreamy floating forest. The central building is an immense glass and steel oval structure almost entirely covered in a vertical garden of local plants and flowers in varying shades of green. This cloud-like forest is set on columns that hover over a shallow pool that represents Slovenia's lakes and rivers. Slovenia is a green, active and healthy country. It is a world of unique 5-star experiences and Guinnesses. It is the 2021 European region of gastronomy where the various flavors of the Slovenian regions and traditional and modern cuisines intertwine. It is a country which belongs among the safest in the world and which knows how to preserve its resources for future generations.
And now we invite you to enter the multiverse of the Slovenian Smart Room. Welcome to meet some of the brightest minds and achievements in Slovenian history and future next door. From
Inside the Lithuania, you'll see its warm spirit reflected in the airy light-filled design of the open area. The Lithuania Pavilion welcomes visitors via a shaded wooden terrace decorated with brightly colored traditional Lithuanian shutters. Inside the pavilion, the central highlight is the Unseen Lithuania exhibit, which offers a high-definition digital tour of the country's communities and natural beauty. Visitors can also sample Lithuanian cuisine at the restaurant and peruse authentic souvenirs in the retail shop. Sweden's vast forests are places of magic, beauty, and solitude. The Sweden Pavilion offers visitors an enchanting blend of cultures, combining a Nordic woodland-inspired experience with Middle Eastern architectural flair for a tour for the biocircular economies and sustainable initiatives of tomorrow. The pavilion's tree-filled design leads visitors through a variety of clearings where interactive multimedia exhibits present an array of themed topics. Explore next-generation travel systems, immerse yourself in futuristic cities and relax to the authentic sounds of Sweden-rich woodlands. The essence of the forest inspires the Sweden Pavilion, which fuses dense Nordic woodland and Islamic geometric design in a plaza full of cozy tree house structures and hundreds of tree trunks, some as tall as 18 meters. The building's airy ground floor is built for wandering, housing public areas, exhibits, and cafes, while the tree house conference rooms are raised aloft, forming a roof over parts of the pavilion. The forest is both a symbol and architecture. It is at the same time a Swedish emblem, an archetypal environment, and a place of retreat that fosters imagination and creativity, a growing and dynamic ecosystem, and a community of interconnected living beings. Above all, the forest itself as a growing ecosystem has inspired our project as an exceptional symbol of co-creation and mutual aid, mutual support, and mutual respect. The forest forms a community sharing the same roots, a series of interconnected individuals functioning as a whole and overcoming constraints and ordeals together. The natural intelligence of the Wood Wide Web also represents an ideal symbol of sustainability, like a perfectly balanced ecosystem where every element plays a key role. The pavilion features the waters of Brazil, its rivers and mangroves, the birthplace of the fertility of life, a natural inheritance that underlies all discourse about sustainability on the planet. With its tensile steel structure and lightweight white fabric, the pavilion is a fabric onto which videos are projected, creating an immersive atmosphere for variable images, sounds, aromas, and temperatures over an area of undulating shallow water through which the pavilion's visitors may walk. It is a stage for the visualization of nature and culture focused both on preservation and on a future made sustainable through technology. Azerbaijan's pavilion focuses on sustainability through its versatile architecture and eco-friendly approach. The nature-inspired country pavilion, the theme of which is Seeds of the Future, was built by Italy-based architecture group Symmetrico and is located in the sustainability district. They had also designed the country's pavilion for Expo 2015 Milan. Azerbaijan, known as the Land of Fire, is famed for its vast mountain ranges, its carpet museum, and its tourist capital, Baku. Azerbaijan is often associated with the warmth of its people and its grand architecture. The country is clad with lush greenery on one side and mud volcanoes on the other. As per Azerbaijan's commitments under the UN 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development Goals, one of the key objectives of the country is to ensure a clean environment and become a green growth country. Azerbaijan Pavilion follows a very simple design. To those far away, it may look like a pavilion with a giant leaf for a roof, but to those near the structure, it will look like a tree with roots. The pavilion will play into Expo's 2020's theme of sustainability by aiming to reduce carbon emission through rainwater harvesting, solar power, and natural ventilation, and will focus on the choices that have created an impact on the global environment. It hopes to spark conversation about the environment, especially among young people. The leaf-shaped roof will act as an air cushion to cool high temperatures, and the large windows will absorb the sun's rays, thereby reducing the penetration of light. Azerbaijani traditional musical instruments are designed for emotional color, rhythm, tempo, and artistic features of Azerbaijani traditional music. Furthermore, it got through a very long path of historic development and carried many characteristic features of Azerbaijani traditional music. From Dugulja to Zeta, the Balkan nation of the Montenegro has known many names over the centuries, but the most important things about it are unchanged: the great hospitality of its people and the beauty of its diverse ecosystems. At the Montenegro Pavilion, you'll experience both as you walk a striking wool-woven path through an assortment of exhibits. including a dreamy forest of lights. Immerse yourself in an augmented reality tour of Montenegro's natural world. Relive great moments in the Montenegrin cultural history and look to the next generation by writing your own letter to the future. Smart Korea, moving the world to you, shows Korea's strong will to lead the future to a better path. With infinitely expanding potential as reality and virtual reality are integrated, many people will get easier access to movement. There is an old Oriental saying that one can see a flicker amid the silence of the solemn night. Driven by invisible active personalities, this idea shows that the world of the future will be shaped by virtual mobility. Upholding the balance between people and environment, Korea has maintained simple and classy features and has also been striving to make substantial progresses so far. Despite limited resources, Korea is portrayed as a country that entered global markets with its technical expertise and human resources and has played a pivotal role in the world. Upon entering the era of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, this slogan aims to represent Korea that broadens the scope of movement and accelerates and spearheads the hyper-connected future. Promoting South Korean brands with its industrial competitiveness and distinct cultural features, strengthening South Korea's global competitiveness, bolstering relation with the UAE, and expanding opportunities to enter markets in the Middle East. The Korea Pavilion aims to boost the national brand by promoting Korea's prominent industries and distinct culture.
Thank you.